KTVA 11 Sports with Dave Goldman.
Hey everybody, good evening. It has been quite a 4 years for Keith Hackett. The UAA athletic director has overseen national championship runs, conference titles, and academic excellence from his student athletes. He's also guided the department through a state budget crisis with staff reductions and teams sent to the brink of elimination. Last month he resigned his post at UAA. His last day was Friday, and he'll take a similar job at Cornell College in Iowa. After 4 decades, he's still energized, and now he and his wife are heading back to the lower 48. Tonight, it's our sit-down with Keith Hackett.
It's an opportunity for me and for my wife to be closer to our son and grandsons that they live in the Twin Cities, and my wife's family is from just north of Kansas City. So family is the primary reason why we've made the decision to leave Anchorage. It's tough to leave. You know, we feel like we've invested a lot of our lives here. I like to think we've had an impact on the student athletes that we've been able to work with, and our coaches and our staff. It's a great place to live, and people have been very kind to us. It is great to leave on your own terms, but you know, I think we've accomplished quite a bit. But I know there's a great future ahead as well for the Seawolves.
You got here, things were going fine, and then bam, about halfway through the tenure, then comes the dollar signs, and here comes the budgets. One of the really great challenges of your career is trying to navigate through this thing.
No question, and you know, our success has been driven by the great support we've had from the university and from the state. And you know, as those dollars began to vanish, you know, we just had to think a little bit more strategically about how we were going to spend those dollars. We had to make some staff reductions. We've had to cut back in some areas. Fiscal year 18. We were able to make those reductions. It was very challenging, but it shouldn't impact our student-athlete experience or our coaches. So eventually, if the budget continues to be, to be reduced, it's going to have some impact later on that could have some impact on our programs and student-athlete experience.
What's your gut feeling about the shootout? You think it's going to hang around, or you think that's something, now that you're leaving, that could be in danger?
People that are in the positions now to make those decisions are going to have to make some tough decisions. Getting to year 40 was a very important thing. I mean, it's the longest-running multi-team event in the NCAA in regular season. It's a great event. We have some great teams that are coming this year that are mid-majors. We aren't able to attract those schools like we used to back in the early 2000s. But I think if we continue to have reductions in our budget in a significant way like we've had in the past, I think we have to really take a hard look at those things that aren't directly related to student-athlete experience. Mm-hmm. And the shootout possibly is one of them. So
you're ashamed to see that happen, though.
It would be a shame. It's a great event.
What have you learned up here in Alaska and on the time on the job?
That wherever you go, there are great people. And doesn't matter if it's a Division I, Division II, the NAI, Division III, doesn't matter. There's great people everywhere you go. I don't look at challenges and difficulties the same way as I did when I arrived. I look at them as opportunities to grow and learn and to figure out how to do things in a different way. No job is without challenges. We all have challenges, but it's how you handle those challenges and how you decide to deal with them that makes you a better person, a better leader, a better administrator.
It's been our pleasure. Thank you. All the best to you.
Thanks, Dave.
Keith Hackett, longtime employee Tim McDiffitt's going to take over as the interim, and the university will unveil its search plans soon for a replacement.